Alright. Give me 1 second, make sure everything's set up. Alright, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright. Alright, guys. Hope y'all doing well. Alright, everybody. Hope y'all doing well. Now, this with me today. What's up, guys? Now, the plant that having these got stunted, so it only stayed about yay big, but it's full of pods about so tall. When it's like this. So, we'll see how this goes. Alright. This one's gonna be a mean one. Hold on one second. Alright, guys. So yours look like a white hive. Yeah. Yeah, that's scorpion. Yeah. This is the other side. Just in case y'all didn't get to see it. Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Moruga Scorpions. So, right. I mean, part of the thing that As typical of some of the scorpions, this one does have that bumpier flesh. So, right. Try not to get too much of this on my fingers here. Uh, yeah. Would be interesting to see this as a cross with something, you know? Yeah, some people like scorpions and the marugas and that. Some don't like their flavors too much, and I don't see why they don't. But I mean, I can understand that not everybody's got their own palate, but it is what it is. Now that is a scorpion flavor in there. Hmm. Um. Now doesn't have quite the same level of citrus aspects as a yellow, but um, there are some citrus notes in there. Um, to me, I can still feel a bit of sweetness, but not in the regard that mm, there is a little tidbit of fruitiness in there, but not in the same level as the red or even the peach. But it's definitely got that um, tongue burn feel some in the mouth, right in the back of the tongue. Um, um, this is definitely Moruga levels, hot levels. So I'll say this one definitely is above 1 million. Um, uh, maybe not the. I mean, I feel it building. Maybe not the same level as the chocolates or browns, or actually the same as the red in the type of burn, but it is a hot burn. Um, like I was saying, this one definitely feels like it's over 1 million. My mouth is salivating, so I'm trying to be careful not to be like I'm, you know, getting juices all over the place. But this is a good one. I'm thinking I quite possibly may want to be growing these more. Um, excuse me, pepper burp. I wouldn't mind growing the peach Morugas again. I've grown them before, but I didn't manage to save the seeds from them. And one that I did a video on before, the peach ones were pretty good. Uh, uh, the white one's interesting, just different because, I mean, the flavor is different, but you can still have that scorpion flavor, but without it being the same as the red or chocolates or browns. The peach was slightly different, but you can still get a scorpion flavor in there. Um, the the heat is really localized on the tongue, mostly for me. I can feel it in cheeks too. Um, but the yeah, I can feel the heat spreading more of the cheeks now. Um, yeah, I would say with this one I would definitely eat more of these than that. But the the heat is definitely that scorpion burn. Definitely have that scorpion flavor, but the the flavor is different than the reds. Definitely, reds have this more fruity scorpion-esque flavor, and the burn is a little more intense on the reds. And the chocolate's more of an earthy, smoky chocolate burn, not a burn flavor. Yeah, right. Um, yeah, I'm sure if somebody were to grow that one out more and toy with it, um, they would be able to get it a bit hotter. It's just a selective growing. Um, but well, generally my experiences with a lot of Morugas, the plants can get very very good size, and very, very large branches and all that stuff, and produce fairly heavily. Each plant can vary a bit, but I've seen Moruga scorpions get at least a good solid 6 feet tall, and then at least about that wide. And it's awesome to see them that way. So, but with the Morugas, I would highly suggest staking them. I mean, just like with any other pepper plants, the stake them would be a good thing. Supports. So, I've had pretty large Moruga plants that just get demolished from winds, and it's not a fun time, especially when they get to be a certain size and all that. But one thing I can say for sure is that Morugas will not let a person down in the heat department. If you're looking for the hotter ones, then go with the darker varieties. You know, the reds and the browns and chocolates tend to have a tendency to be a little more hot and intense in the heat department. So I don't know. I'd go there with that. Yeah, there is those caramels too. But the yellow Morugas that I've been growing out over the years, to my being selective of the phenotypes of them, I've been able to get some larger, meaner, beefier pods, which is always a plus. Because when you're going for peppers, you won't need as many. You won't need as many to be, filling a pot when they're a larger pepper. A number of the phenotypes I've been growing out have easily gotten, a number of them have gotten larger than golf balls. So, still got a piece of pepper around in my mouth, but yeah, it's just yeah, they're pretty good, very good. I like them. I like the yellows. The reds have always been partial to, and the chocolates as well. But I'm not too picky about the Morugas if I get them. I mean, some seasons I'll have yellows, some seasons I'll have multiple colors. So, I mean, I like them all. I just, my garden tends to get switched up a bit quite frequently in the strain department, but I usually try to keep a few of them around. Yeah, I don't know, man. Moruga Scorpions are good with the strains. I really like them. I mean, if y'all have anything to chime in with about what y'all feel about them, that's cool. Yeah, I've saved a lot of seeds from a lot of different strains. I mean, I don't always save seeds from everything I grow each year, but I do save from a pretty fair amount. I mean, depending. So, even though I have seeds that are from some years ago, I usually try to keep some seeds fresh from each season, just to be sure, because you can never be too sure way Mother Nature plays out in seeds and all that. Um, like for example, you could always do well in saving seeds from your strains and all that, and be good at doing it. Oops, sorry, that was a burp when I dropped something. You could always be good at saving seeds and keeping them in a certain condition. But what can tend to happen is nature will take its course, and you can't always be guaranteed that all of them are going to have a sustained viability on them, no matter what you do on it, because you cannot exactly control nature in that matter. But yeah, so I always try to, from the strains I like to grow most. Generally, I usually try to save seeds from them. So, um, yeah. I mean, I've got ghost peppers seeds that are a number of years old. I've got Moruga seeds that are a number of years old. Jalapenos, all different kinds of strains, man. But um, yeah, so I still gotta get myself around to doing the seed giveaway and all that stuff. So, back to the peppers. Um, the pepper I was just eating, the Moruga. There's still the heat kind of reside in the back of the tongue, but it's not really, get me out of control. Um, but I really do enjoy the Morugas. They are good sized peppers, and they do bring the heat. No matter what strain they are of it. Um, and they all have good flavors, depending on which variation you're talking about. They all have good flavors, just their own way. You usually can tell which one's what. I mean, in the flavor department. So, yeah. But, oh no, this one wasn't a bad one at all. This one was decent. It was pretty good. Um, yeah, it was slightly sweet. There's some sweetness, like I was saying, and then a little bit of citrus. Not in the same way as the yellows, definitely not. So, but as with any scorpions, and this is a good producer, even though this is the one plant I got right now, stayed pretty short. Um, yeah, I don't grow white strains too much, even though I do got some white ghosts out there. Um, just waiting on those to be through on the ripening. Some of them are just starting to ripen up a little bit. But I do got a yellow Moruga out there, and looked like one's starting to turn. So I'm just gonna wait on that. But um, yeah. Another thing I should say is that I do intend on doing a couple giveaways. Um, One I was going to do I'm considering doing a fresh pod giveaway. A box of peppers, and there'll be a random mix. And then I'll also be doing seed giveaways, multiple seed giveaways I should do, mostly because where's what I'm saying multiple. is because on that, um, I'll be doing some of the seeds from some of the pods that I'll be growing out here, and maybe even a few of my, and then another separate seed giveaway of some of my hybrids out there. So if anybody's up for it, just stay tuned and it'll be there. What's up, Rev? Alright. Yeah. But I we got a few things on those or that horizon with that. So but But if I'm going to do the seed giveaways and that, I was going to say for the people that would be interested in that, just a heads up, I would be asking that you guys would contact me on Instagram or Twitter. That'd be the easiest route to go in regards to that. I'll probably be doing the seed giveaways on here and wherever else and whatever else venues that I can get to on here and Instagram, possibly even Twitter too. So there's that other social media that I'm not too sure too many people on here know of. It's called MeWe, spelled MEWE. So probably do that on there too. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like those white ones. Got a nice burn that hangs in there. I like it. But all right. If anybody's got any questions or anything, feel free to ask before I decide to hop off here or anything. So. Carlitos, how you doing? All right. Yeah, I'm checking through the chat here. Hope you're doing well, Rev. Dizzy, hope your gardening's doing well. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, take me a look out in the garden a little bit. A number of my hybrids out there are rather freshies. I mean, some of them I have around for a while, but a number of them do go through some color transitions. But I've a fair amount of them out there right now aren't really in the ultra hot range. They're more on the milder side. But a lot of those I didn't really create to be crazy. So those ones could be generally handled by a good portion of people. A lot to do with flavor and stuff like that. But a fair amount of them, like I was saying, do go through some color transitions. think I had tried the Vortex. Um, yeah, I think I have, but um, yeah, I don't know. It's just me. I think I may have at one point. It's just now. It's just been a little while. Yeah, a chocolate variation of it. Huh? That's cool. Um, yeah, I even do got some of my own little concoctions here. So my own Brando spice. Well, Vortex. I don't know, man. I mean, it could be impossible cross. Could probably be straight up, but I mean, you can't be guaranteed that it wouldn't be a crossing if you're growing around other peppers. But I'm talking about my Brando spice. But yeah, um, all this stuff to do with peppers is just yeah. I mean, I would, but I probably would have to do it on a certain type of do it in a certain type of setting because a lot of times when put in more commercialized aspects, they try to cut it and process it with other things so they can have it on shelves a lot longer because the processes of the business aspect can take longer to do it a certain way. So they need to start and increase the shelf life of what so they call it because um, a lot of times with bigger companies they usually do that um, because it take in processes of business it takes a good year or two to get that out there sometimes not unless you're already established. Um, Makes sense. Yeah, it does make. I mean, you want. If you heard something out there, there was a train. Um, but yeah. So I mean, I'm willing to let some people get up on some of my Randall spice and that, but um, so I'd have to go ahead and probably do it off Instagram, Twitter, probably stuff like that. The guys shop places through there that I could probably do. Um, so, but, yeah, yeah, I've tried that more recent Pocky, but it's not as strong as I was expecting. But I'll probably do a video on that. I still got to post up the ones from the season prior of the chip too. I'll probably do the one prior and then the more recent one, just to be in sequence more. But doing those chips mean, I could do that, but it'd come out different in that regard. Um, so those um, wouldn't be bad to do in some kind of way. I was making suckers for a while. Um, just that in the certain setting that takes those ones to come off a certain way, you have to be very particular in the way of the settings of it because the humidity levels around your settings and that can affect how they turn out. Um, I also can do these types of chocolates that are pretty good. Um, I've done like several flavorings of them. Um, some people like them. I mean, because I can make them pretty darn hot. Yeah, yeah. Some of those processes of everything can be pretty cool to do these things, but it just really depends on if you can get the settings going down right. Um, yeah. I don't know. One of these days, if I can set up doing a chip, I'd probably do it. But let's see. Hmm. Now, let's see. Um, Eating the leaves wouldn't be bad. Um, yeah, wouldn't be bad. It's just like eating leaves of most anything else. I mean, like eating leaves of lettuce, leaves of basil, you know, leaves of mint. They're all different types of leaves. So, I mean, I wouldn't see that as being a bad thing. So, um, really depends on your setup too and everything. So, if you're worried about something to do with the leaves, then I don't know. I'd be kind of wondering about that myself. Um, that's just, I mean, you can go with most any plants. People will have some things about eating them, various things. I mean, even think about it this way: people use leaves from dandelion plants that's being put in lettuce nowadays. I mean, they used to make drinks from dandelions. I mean, there's all different kinds of things going on with the leaves and parts of plants from all different kinds of them. So, I mean, I'm not saying everybody's going to do it, but I mean, there's people out there that do. Oh man, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody has their own thing, so I wouldn't see that as a bad thing. Just really depends. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So, all right, guys. I think I might just go ahead and get ready to head out of here in a couple minutes. Um, yeah. I mean, I can see there being use for leaves. I mean, of all various kinds of plants. I wouldn't be objected to seeing all that. Um, since I have seen use for from different regions and different times, people have used they use from about everything, go back hundreds and thousands of years. So there is what is on that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'll just say, if that's something you can do and you feel up to that, go for it. But I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do on that. Yeah, either. So the only thing I can say is just give it a try. So I mean, I've gnawed on a couple pepper plant leaves, myself and throughout the years, but I don't just sit there and trim plant leaves and then just throw in stuff all the time. So all I'm gonna say is it can be done. Just depends on what you do with them. So, but, yeah. All right, guys. I think I might just get ready to head out of here. Not unless you guys, anybody on here can think of anything to ask or anything. So, but, yeah. Um. So, in the next few days, there's going to be a fair going around the area. So, I'll be spending some time at that. Uh, might do a couple shorts or something. Um, post a couple things up to, you know, eat a couple peppers at those things. Yeah, fair's like a carnival kind of thing. Um, they have a number of stuff going on around here. Um, so I was thinking about going to this one band that they're going to have down there, but um, I don't know about whether or not spending the money going to see it or not. Um, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Next thing I know, people they'll be calling security over, be like, "Hey, man, this guy's trying to hurt people over here." Nah, but no, I would, but I don't know. I'd have to be careful. All right. Um, y'all can stay tuned. I'll probably do some videos where I'll be, maybe on the Ferris wheel or something, doing a video or two. So, but alright guys, I'll check y'all later in the next video or something. But stay tuned for that. The fair starts Wednesday, goes through Sunday. And I plan on spending I'm hoping to spend a fair amount of time at the fair. So probably eat a lot of junk food and whatnot. But yeah, just yeah, I'll probably do a couple of things. So definitely going to try to keep it spicy at that place. There you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please appreciate the convo. There's no doubt. Yeah, but all right. Definitely we'll check you in the next one. Remember to keep it spicy, yo. All right. I'll definitely bring like a couple of reapers and scorpions and whatever hot pepper I have available at the tap. Hopefully I can get a few people to join in with eating some with me. All right. All right, guys. Check you on the next one. Stay tuned. Actually, I got some primotalies getting ready to ripen. There just may be some fully ripened by the end of within the next few days. So maybe I'll do one by the fair time. So I'll just have to be sure I can do this right. If the signal out there is decent, then I'll have to go ahead and do a live. But if the signal isn't the greatest out there, I have to do a video then upload it. But hopefully I can do it live. Yeah. And I'll be able to check you on the next video and everything. But yeah. Stay tuned for that. I plan on doing a number of hot peppers at the fair or fairgrounds. I'll see what I can do about some people wanting to take part in some pepper related things. So hey, if you hit me up on Insta, then I'll be sure we can talk or whatever. Okay. All right, man. Yeah. Just yeah, just we can get in communication. We can talk a little bit more. Okay. All right. But yeah, I'm definitely will. I'm getting the gears rolling in my mind about the things about to do at the carnival thing. With any luck, there will be some willing participants in the matter. So, can't guarantee that, do. Some people aren't up for that sort of thing. But all right, guys. Definitely see you all in the next video. Please stay tuned for the shenanigans or fairground shenanigans, so to speak. So yeah, well, nowadays more times than anything, there seems to be people that get starting to get a little more backbones to it, but you can't really be guaranteed they're familiar with the situation. So so um, I mean, more recent things at the fairgrounds, I had been given this one guy at this area at the fair. He had a booth. I had been hooking him up with some peppers and that, and he had said he was going to be making sauces and other things out of my stuff. So that I've been growing. So, but we'll see how this goes here. Um, You know, maybe I could get somebody there to try one of these guys. So, so maybe not. Maybe get them to try one of these. You know. So, and I could even probably get them to go with one of these too. But we'll see. Got all these little guys over here, and even one of these. So, so I got a number of them in the lineup here. So should have some ready to go. But yeah, definitely looking forward to trying to share these out with some people. And also stay in touch that will for these giveaways I was speaking of. I gotta get on them soon. I haven't really been focusing on talking about it a whole lot, but be prepared for it within the next month because I got a good solid month to get this stuff squared away. Um, so, yeah, all right, guys. I know I've been saying this for past 10 minutes or so, but yeah, I'm going to be getting ready to hop off here. I know I've been talking about a few other things, but stay tuned for uh, fairground events, or fairground video events, and see seed giveaways, pod giveaways. Then if I can work it in there, I'll make some more of these chocolates and everything to do something with that. So yeah, I know I've been kind of going out a little bit about it, but it's just some of those things that just popped in my mind. Um, so stay tuned. Um, Maybe later I might do another video. I don't know. I just wanted to get this one out there. Get to talking a little bit. But all right, guys. I'll check you on the next one. Stay spicy. All right. All right, guys. Definitely check you on the next one. Stay up. Be good. Stay tuned. All right. All right, guys. Peace out.